Kenwood Sports, man. Back on this Saints and this Carolina game from Monday night, Monday Night Football. The defense looked good as usual. The defense was fire. I ain't gonna lie. The secondary did their thing. The defensive line did their thing. Carl Granderson on that D line with Kalen Saunders, Cam Jordan, Malcolm Roach. That front seven with Demario Davis and Pete. That defense, that linebacker, that front seven, looking great. They looking real good. So I can't really harp on none of them, nothing they did wrong, because the first game they didn't allow a touchdown. This game they didn't allow a touchdown until they got into their prevent defense, which they was giving the receivers 8-9 yards to get up the field, and they got into the red zone, and Bryce Young threw a touchdown. He threw a touchdown to Adam Thielen, I believe it was. Also a 2-point conversion, because they was down by at least what, 10, 12 points? I think it was 12 points, because they ended up winning by 3, so they was down by what? Yeah, they was down by 11, I believe it was. 20-9. So, and they got the 8 and they made it 17-20. So the Saints won that game by a score of 17-20. Got a couple of deep passes down the field. Chris Olave caught a one-handed pass. He brought it in. Michael Thomas caught a deep pass. Also, he landed on his back inbounds, which had to be reviewed. Rashid Shaheed, he caught 4 passes. He was targeted 4 times, and he caught the ball 4 times. We had Jamal Williams go out. Taysom Hill, he was rotating in and out for Derek Carr, which I know Derek Carr hated. No starting quarterback would tell you that he okay with somebody else coming in with him for him while he's in the middle of while the game going on, man. No quarterback wanted the backup coming in. Nobody wanted their backup to even be seen. So Taysom Hill came in. He probably had 75 yards rushing, probably all from the quarterback position. Drop back, do a 5-step drop, and take off with the ball. He threw 1 pass from that quarterback position. I think he lined up at running back one time on a toss. But Tony Jones Jr., he scored both of the touchdowns for the Saints. One of them got called back. It was a pass to the flats for Chris Olave, which they said he went out of bounds. I watched that replay multiple times. I did not see him go out of bounds one time. I seen another, just to talk about that type of stuff that happened with the Saints, with the referees. I seen another play where the Saints recovered a fumble, and then they called a holding penalty on Paulson Adebo, 40 yards down the field, on the sideline, grabbing a receiver nowhere around the play at all. Nobody knew what even happened. They had not even showed the replay until after the next play. So that was something crazy in itself. Those type of things always happen to the Saints, man. It's tough to bet on the Saints game because you never know how the referee's going to call it. But I feel like with Alvin Kamara come back, I feel like the offense might open up a little bit more because Alvin Kamara can catch the ball out the backfield. I don't think we did any passes to any of the running backs, to Jamal Williams or Tony Jones Jr. Like I said, Tony Jones Jr. scored both of the touchdowns for the Saints on Monday night. He only had probably like 35 he had less than 40 yards on Monday night. But Derek Carr I'm hoping that this offense changes up within these next coming weeks, because the rate that this offense is playing right now, these short intermediate passes to Michael Thomas, 6-7 yards across the middle, runs that's ineffective run game, 3 and 4 yards, less than 4 yards a carry, might I add, less than 4 yards, unless it's with Taysom Hill. And I like Taysom Hill. I like when Taysom Hill come in the game and get these first downs. But the thing about it is, we need our quarterback in the rhythm. Derek Carr, I see why the Raiders got rid of him, man. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that he's going to be better. The Saints is 2-0 right now, but I'm praying and hoping that this dude, Derek Carr, can be better, because he drops back and he stands back there in the pocket with the ball and just pats it. Just stand back there. He got sacked 4 times. He probably got hit 6 or 7 times throughout the game. But to me, you got to get rid of that ball. You got to let that ball go. You got to throw it quicker than that. You got to trust in these receivers. Chris Olave, he got speed. Michael Thomas, he got hands. He can win the 50-50 ball. He can go up. He can catch. Rashid Shaheed, this dude is a do-it-all dude. I already told y'all he returning punts. He playing receiver. He a good number 2 or a good number 3 receiver with the right quarterback. With the right quarterback, this dude can get down the field quick in a hurry. He made the big catch against the Tennessee Titans that first week to get the Saints in position to get the win. That was a one touchdown game that Derek Carr threw. This game he didn't throw a touchdown. Like I said, they got called back. But if the Saints gonna be successful at all, it's gonna be on Derek Carr's shoulder and the offensive coordinator Pete Carmichael. I feel like we got the receivers. I feel like we got the tight end. All we need is the action from the quarterback, man, to drop back and let that ball go. You got to get that ball down the field. You got to start throwing some deeper routes. You got to start getting more yardage on these plays because getting in third down situations with Derek Carr is tough, man. You hold your breath every time we in third down because when he drop back, he takes so long to let it go. So it's going to be up to the Pete Carmichael and Dennis Allen to get in the lab and drop some better plays. I don't know who calling these plays for sure. I don't know why we not running some of the things, some of the schemes that we seen Sean Payton running for the Saints, which always been successful throughout the years, no matter who was their receiver. We had all type of receivers come in up through the Saints. Guys like Ted Ginn came through. Just a whole bunch of different veterans through the NFL, man, that came through there and they've been successful with Drew Brees and Sean Payton. I know he not Drew Brees, but it's all about the play calling, man. You got the skill positions. You got the guys in the backfield like Alvin Kamara that can get out there and catch. You got a Swiss Army knife like Taysom Hill. And you got Chris Olave. You got to utilize him. You got to utilize Rashid Shaheed. We know what Michael Thomas capable of with the getting up and getting the 50-50 ball. He not a speedster. He don't have it like he used to have it within his first 5 years because we know he been plagued by injury. But the play calling got to be better. The passes got to go further down the field. And we just got to use what we got, man. We got to use what we got to our advantage because the offense is behind the 8 ball right now with the play calling, to be honest with you. So Green Bay coming up next. A fast, young, explosive team. Green Bay, they can get us Saints some problems. We're going to be at Green Bay. So I'm going to take a good look at this, see what's going on with this offense, man. Hopefully Derek Carr doing a lot better than he did these first 2 games. If the Saints going to be successful this year, we're going to make a playoff run and win the division. But I believe we can win the division. So that's what it is. Kenwood Sports, man.